Aisha's eyes swept across the congregation of New Life Church. 60, maybe 70 people. Hymn number 247 playing softly. Aunt Rose at the front leading worship, her voice still carrying the weight of grief from Elder Park's shooting 3 days ago. Third row, right side. A Korean man looked up from his Bible, their eyes locked across the church. He smiled. Warm, disarming, the smile of someone who belonged. Han Ji-hoon, the ghost, the dead man. In her hidden earpiece, Leon's voice crackled urgently. "Do you see him?" "Yes." Aisha kept her face serene, just another churchgoer. "Get out, right now. Aisha, move." But Ji-hoon was already standing, already walking toward her with the easy confidence of a church regular greeting a friend. Other congregants smiled at him as he passed. They knew him, trusted him. David Han, the kind businessman who'd been attending for months. "Aisha, if you don't leave right now." Leon's voice was tight with barely controlled panic. Ji-hoon was there, hand extended, speaking loud enough for nearby worshippers to hear. "Aisha, Elder Rose has told me so much about you. I'm David Han. I've been praying for Elder Park's recovery." The entire church was watching. Aunt Rose had looked up from the front, confusion and hope crossing her face at seeing her niece in church again. Aisha had seconds to decide: run, blow their trap, and confirm everything Ji-hoon had told her aunt about Leon being dangerous, or shake hands with a murderer. She took his hand. His grip was warm, firm, exactly what a concerned church member's would be. "Thank you for your prayers," she said, voice steady. "Elder Park appreciates it. Would you sit with me during service?" Ji-hoon's eyes were kind. "I know your aunt might need space. You shouldn't sit alone." In her ear, "Don't. Aisha, walk away now." "That would be nice." She followed him to his pew. Quick reminder, if you're new, Aisha witnessed Mafia boss Leon Kang. He became obsessed with her. But his enemy Ji-hoon has been hiding in her aunt's church for months. Now she's walking into his trap. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Service began. Aunt Rose preached about forgiveness, about God testing faith through suffering, about devils disguised as angels of light. Her eyes kept finding Aisha, mixing pain with desperate hope. Ji-hoon sang hymns, nodded along with scripture, bowed his head during prayer with perfect reverence, but when heads were bowed and eyes were closed, he leaned close. "You're wearing a wire," he whispered pleasantly. The earpiece. Very subtle. "Is Leon listening?" Aisha's blood went cold. "Tell him I said hello." Ji-hoon smiled, eyes still closed. "Tell him I've enjoyed watching him scramble. The warehouse, the church shooting, watching him run in circles trying to protect you. You did all of it. Every single piece." Pride colored his voice. "But here's what Leon hasn't figured out. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to save you." "From what?" "From him." Ji-hoon opened his eyes, looked at her fully. "Do you know what Leon does to women who become liabilities? The last one who saw too much was named Minji. She worked at the Grand Soul just like you. He protected her, made her feel special. Then she became inconvenient." He paused. "They never found her body." In her earpiece, Leon's voice was tight. "He's lying. Minji was his victim. He killed her and framed me." Service ended. People stood, filtering out. Aunt Rose was immediately surrounded by congregants. Ji-hoon stood, offered his hand. As Aisha took it, he pressed something small into her palm. A USB drive. "Watch it," he said quietly. "Footage from your aunt's house. 3 months of me warning her about Leon, plus footage from the night Minji died. The real footage. Watch it, then decide who's the monster. You have until midnight." He released her hand. The USB drive hidden in her palm now. "Oh, and Minho? Leon's second in command he thinks is a traitor?" Ji-hoon smiled. He's not. I just made it look that way. While Leon hunted his most loyal soldier, I sat here every Sunday praying with his future mother-in-law. He left. Aisha stood frozen as the church emptied around her. Outside, 2 blocks away, she found Leon waiting in his car, Yuna in the passenger seat. She climbed in. What did he give you? No pleasantries. Just Leon's controlled intensity. She held up the USB drive. Evidence. Says it's footage of him warning my aunt for months, and footage from the night Minji died. Leon's jaw tightened. It's bait. Or it's truth. Yuna turned in her seat. We need to see it. They drove to the safe house in tense silence. Inside the small apartment, Leon set up his laptop with security protocols active. If this is a virus, Yuna warned, if it's real evidence and we don't look, we're blind. Aisha cut her off. Leon inserted the drive. A folder appeared. Multiple video files organized by date. He clicked the oldest. Rose Williams, first meeting, 3 months ago. The video loaded. Security camera footage, hidden angle, Aunt Rose's living room. Ji-hoon sat across from her, though she clearly knew him as David Han. On screen, Ji-hoon spoke first. I'm sorry to come with this, Elder Rose, but I felt responsible. Your niece Aisha, I've seen her at the Grand Seoul Hotel. She's been spending time with a dangerous man, Leon Kang. Aunt Rose's voice, hesitant. Aisha would never. I raised her better. Ji-hoon pulled out photos. I didn't want to believe it either, but look. Her entering his building. At a cafe with him. In his car. The camera captured Aunt Rose's face crumpling as she looked at the photos. Why would she lie? She said she was doing missionary work. Ji-hoon's voice was gentle, sympathetic. Because she's in love with him, and love makes us blind to evil. Watching now, Aisha felt sick. He's been poisoning her against me for months. The video continued. Aunt Rose asking who Leon was. Ji-hoon explaining he ran illegal operations, that people who crossed him disappeared. Leon clicked the next file. 2 months ago. Same location. Ji-hoon, more urgent. Elder Rose, I need to tell you something difficult. Leon's previous girlfriend disappeared. Park Minji. She worked at the same hotel as Aisha. Police suspect foul play but can't prove it. Aunt Rose's hands shook. My niece might be in danger? She might not know how much danger. Men like Leon. They're charming. Make women feel protected. Until those women know too much. Then they become liabilities. More videos. 7 total. Each showing Ji-hoon slowly, methodically building a narrative. Leon as villain. David Han as concerned friend. Aisha as naive girl in danger. The final video 1 week ago. Aunt Rose crying. Please, David. If you can help her, get her away from him safely, I'm begging you. She's all I have left of my sister. Ji-hoon. I'll do everything I can, I promise. The video ended. Silence filled the apartment. He built a perfect case, Yuna said finally. Months of groundwork. By the time Aisha came to church after the shooting, your aunt was primed to see Leon as villain and Ji-hoon as savior. He didn't attack with violence, Leon said. He attacked with narrative. There's another folder, Aisha noticed, labeled Minji Truth. Leon clicked it. New footage loaded. Security camera from the Grand Seoul, Leon's office. 2 years ago. A woman appeared. Korean, mid-20s, sharp and professional. Arguing with someone off camera. Woman's voice. I know what Ji-hoon is planning. The shipment, the trafficking. All of it. I'm going to the police. Leon's voice, off camera. If you do that, you're dead. Ji-hoon will kill you before you reach the station. Then protect me. You say you're different, prove it. Leon appeared on camera now. Younger but wearing the same controlled expression. I am protecting you. I have a contact in Interpol. Getting you out with a new identity. But you have to trust me and wait 3 days. 3 days. But Leon, if anything happens to me, it won't. I promise. She left. The timestamp jumped forward 3 days. Different location. A warehouse. Night. Grainier footage from a camera positioned to look abandoned. Minji's body on the ground, not moving. Ji-hoon stood over her, flanked by 2 men. His voice was casual, discussing business. Make it look like Leon's signature, his disposal methods, plant evidence he was here, frame it perfectly. One of his men. The security footage? Ji-hoon looked directly at the camera and smiled, like he knew someday someone would watch, like he was playing to a future audience. Edit the hotel footage to make Leon look guilty. Remove the parts about Interpol. Make it look like he threatened her but she didn't trust him. Give the edited version to police. He looked back at Minji's body. Leave this warehouse footage alone though. Hide it. Insurance. In case I ever need proof of what really happened. He looked at the camera again, spoke directly to it. If you're watching this, Leon, it means I've shown Aisha the truth. She knows what I am. She knows you failed to protect Minji. You'll fail to protect Aisha too. That's what you do. Fail women who trust you. The video ended. Aisha couldn't breathe. Yuna had gone pale. Leon stared at the blank screen. He killed her, Aisha finally said. Then made everyone think you did it. Yes. Leon's voice was hollow. I've been trying to clear that case for 2 years. Police couldn't charge me, but the suspicion stayed. Everyone thinks I killed her. Why show us this? Yuna asked. Why give us proof of his own murder? Because it doesn't matter. Leon's laugh was bitter. He's showing himself as a murderer, and me as someone who failed Minji. Either way, I look bad. Either I'm a killer, or I'm incompetent. Aisha has to decide which version she can live with. There's one more file, Aisha said, just labeled choose. Leon clicked it. This wasn't security footage, direct recording. Ji-hoon in an upscale office, speaking to camera. Hello, Aisha. If you're watching this, you've seen everything. My conversations with your aunt, the night Minji died, all of it. He leaned forward. Here's what I want you to understand. I'm not the good guy. Never claimed to be. I'm a criminal, just like Leon. I've killed people, broken laws, done terrible things. He paused. But the difference? I'm honest about what I am. Leon pretends to have honor, pretends there are lines he won't cross. But when Minji needed him to actually protect her, instead of making promises, he failed. He'll fail you too. Ji-hoon stood, walked to a window showing Seoul's skyline. You have a choice, Aisha. Stay with Leon and hope you don't end up like Minji, a cautionary tale. Or walk away. Go back to your aunt. Let me help you disappear. New identity, new country, safety I can actually guarantee. He turned back. You have until midnight tonight. After that, I'm taking action. If you stay with Leon, I'll assume you're complicit in his operations and treat you accordingly. If you leave him, I'll protect you and your aunt. Simple choice. He smiled. Choose wisely. Your life depends on it. The video ended. Silence. Then Aisha spoke. He's giving me an ultimatum. Leave you by midnight or become a target. He's also positioning himself as reasonable, Yuna added, giving you choice, showing truth, making Leon look guilty or incompetent. It's smart, Leon admitted. If you stay, you're choosing me despite knowing I failed Minji. If you leave, I lose my reason to fight carefully. Either way, he wins. There's a third option, Aisha said quietly. They looked at her. We make him think I've chosen to leave. I go back to my aunt. Tell her everything. That I'm scared. That I want out. That David was right. Ji-hoon will hear through his surveillance. He'll think he won. And when he comes to save me, we take him down. But if he suspects it's a trap, Leon started, then we make it convincing. Really convincing. That means you actually leave, Una said. Go to your aunt's. Stay there. No contact with us. You'll be completely alone until he makes his move. How long? Could be hours, could be days. He's patient. Then I better put on a good show. Monday afternoon, 3:47 p.m. Aisha stood outside her aunt's house, USB drive in her pocket. She'd spent the last hour crying in the car. Partly performance, partly real. She knocked. Aunt Rose opened the door, eyes red. Aisha, can I come in, please? Aunt Rose stepped aside. They sat in the living room where Ji-hoon had planted cameras months ago. Aisha knew he was watching. She needed him to watch. You were right, Aisha began, voice breaking. About Leon. About everything. I saw things. Learned things. He's not who I thought. Aunt Rose's expression shifted from wariness to desperate hope. What happened? David gave me a USB drive. Security footage. I watched Leon with another woman. A woman who disappeared. The police think... She stopped. Let tears come. I think he might have killed her. And I think I might be next. Aunt Rose pulled her close. You're home now. You're safe. I need to stay here. Just for a few days. Until I figure out what to do. Stay as long as you need. This is your home, Aisha. Always has been. As they embraced, Aisha saw it. Curtains across the street shifting slightly. Someone watching. Not Leon's people. Ji-hoon's. The bait was taken. That night in her childhood bedroom, Aisha couldn't sleep. Her phone was off. She'd made a show of turning it off in front of her aunt, saying she needed to disconnect from Leon completely. At 2:17 a.m., soft knocking on her window. She startled upright, pulled back the curtain. A man she didn't recognize stood outside, holding up a phone with a message displayed. Don't scream. I'm with David Han. He sent me to make sure you're really safe. He'll be in touch soon. The man disappeared into darkness. Aisha's heart pounded. It was working. Ji-hoon believed her. Tuesday evening, Aisha spent the day at her aunt's house, helping with church preparations, acting like someone rebuilding a normal life. It almost felt real. At 6:32 p.m. the landline rang. Aunt Rose answered, then handed the phone to Aisha. It's David. He wants to talk to you. Aisha took it. Hello? Aisha. Ji-hoon's voice was warm, concerned. I heard you left Leon. I'm so glad. You made the right choice. Did I? Because I feel like I'm in free fall. That's normal. You've been in survival mode. It takes time to feel safe again. A pause. I'd like to meet with you. Tomorrow night. Evening service at church. I have something to give you. Documents for a new identity. Passport. Bank account. Everything you need to start over where Leon can't find you. Why would you do all this? Because your aunt asked me to. Because I failed Minji but I won't fail you. And because... He hesitated, revealing something vulnerable. Because I know what it's like to realize you've trusted the wrong person. I used to work with Leon, thought he was better than the others. I was wrong. Tomorrow night. Evening service. Yes. Come early. 6 p.m. I'll have everything ready. A new life, Aisha. A safe one. He hung up. Aisha set down the phone, looked at her aunt watching with tearful hope. He's going to help you leave Korea? Yes. Aisha hugged her. This time tomorrow, I'll be on my way somewhere Leon can never hurt me. That night, after her aunt slept, Aisha did something she'd promised Leon she wouldn't. She turned on her phone long enough to send one message to an emergency number. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., church. He's making his move. She turned it off immediately, removed the battery. One way or another, this ended tomorrow, Wednesday, 5:47 p.m., 13 minutes before she was supposed to meet Ji-hoon. Aisha stood in the church bathroom, staring at her reflection. Simple dress, practical shoes. Nothing Leon had bought her. She walked into the main church space at exactly 6 p.m. Ji-hoon was already there, sitting in his usual pew. He stood when he saw her, smiled warmly. Aisha, thank you for coming. Do you have the documents? Right here. He held up a manila envelope. Passport, visa for Canada, bank account with enough to start over. You'll be Lily Park now. New name, new life. He handed it to her. As she took it, she felt the weight. This was real. He'd actually prepared everything. Why? She asked. Why go to all this trouble? I told you. Because I failed Minji. His expression showed genuine regret. I knew Leon was dangerous, but I hesitated. Thought I could handle it politically, the smart way. By the time I acted, she was dead. I won't make that mistake again. Aisha stared at him. You just called yourself Leon. He blinked. What? You said you knew Leon was dangerous, but you're supposed to be David Han. You wouldn't refer to Leon by first name unless... She stepped back. Unless you're not David, you're Ji-hoon. His warm expression didn't change, but something shifted behind his eyes. Clever. Or maybe I wanted you to figure it out. Maybe playing the concerned friend was exhausting and I'm done pretending. The church doors burst open. Leon walked in, not with guns, not with his team, alone. She's right, you slipped, Ji-hoon, that's not like you. Ji-hoon's pleasant mask finally dropped. His smile turned cold. Or maybe I wanted her to know. Maybe this charade was boring. He pulled a gun from inside his jacket, pointed it at Aisha. Call your men, Leon, all of them. Tell them to stand down or I shoot her. You won't. Leon's voice was absolutely calm. You shoot her. You lose leverage. You lose the one thing keeping me from tearing you apart. Maybe I'm done with leverage. Maybe I just want you to watch her die knowing you failed again. Then shoot her. Leon took a step closer. Do it. But know that the second you pull that trigger, you die. My men are positioned at every exit. You fire, they fire. You'll be dead before her body hits the ground. You're bluffing. Am I? Leon's smile was sharp. You think I'd let her come here without insurance? Minho's in the bell tower with a rifle. Yuna's in the pastor's office with clear line of sight. 4 more men positioned around the church. You move wrong, you die. Ji-hoon's expression flickered. You'd risk a shootout in a church? It's 6 p.m. Wednesday. No service, no congregation. Just you, me, and Aisha. Perfect place to end this. For a long moment, no one moved. Then Ji-hoon lowered his gun slightly. You know your problem, Leon? You actually care about her. That makes you weak. No, it makes me careful. The difference between us? I'm careful enough to win. Ji-hoon's phone buzzed. He glanced at it. His face went white. What? Aisha asked. My pharmaceutical company. Your people are raiding it right now. He looked at Leon. You knew I wouldn't be there. You used this as cover. While you played mind games here, I dismantled your empire. Leon took another step. It's over, Ji-hoon. You lost. Did I? Ji-hoon's smile returned, desperate and wrong. Because I have one more piece you haven't considered. He pulled out his phone, showed them a photo. Leon's sister. At her apartment. Time stamped 20 minutes ago. You see, I knew you'd figure out my trap eventually. So I set another one. Your sister's been under surveillance for weeks. One call from me, and she doesn't make it through the night. Leon went very still. Don't. Then let me walk out of here. Right now. Or I make that call. The church was silent except for breathing. You're not walking out of here, Leon said. Then your sister dies. Ji-hoon's finger hovered over his phone. Aisha saw it in Leon's eyes. The calculation. choosing between catching Ji-hoon and saving his sister. Let him go, Aisha said quietly. Leon turned to her. What? Let him go. Save your sister. We'll find another way. There is no other way. If he walks out, he disappears. We'll never get this close again. Then you'll never get this close again. Aisha's voice was firm. But your sister will be alive. That's the choice, Leon. Him or her. Choose. Ji-hoon smiled. Listen to her. She's smarter than you give her credit for. Leon stared at Aisha, then at Ji-hoon, then stepped aside. Go. Ji-hoon walked toward the exit carefully, gun still in hand. At the door, he paused. This isn't over. I know. Leon's voice was dead. But you hurt her, you touched my sister, and there's nowhere you can hide. We'll see. Ji-hoon left. Leon immediately pulled out his phone, called someone. Get to my sister's apartment. Now. Full security. But before he finished, his phone lit up with an incoming call, his sister's number. He answered, put it on speaker. Appa? His sister's voice, scared. There are men outside my building. They said you sent them, but... Another voice, male, cut in. Stand down, Mr. Kang. Your sister is fine. We're private security you hired last month through a shell company. We've been watching her, keeping her safe without her knowing. Mr. Han's surveillance team was watching us watching her. They were never a threat. Leon's expression shifted. Yuna. Yuna's voice came through. Surprise. Set it up 3 weeks ago when we first suspected Ji-hoon was alive. Your sister's been protected this whole time. He was bluffing. Then why did I let him go? Because you chose your sister's safety over revenge. That was the right call. But Leon, Ji-hoon's car just exploded outside the church. Someone planted a bomb. He's dead. Silence. Who? Leon asked. We're figuring that out. But Leon, it wasn't us. Aisha and Leon looked at each other. If it wasn't us, Aisha said slowly, then who wanted Ji-hoon dead? Leon's phone buzzed. Text from unknown number. You're welcome. Consider the threat eliminated, but you owe me now. M. Just the letter M. Nothing else. Leon stared at his phone. Who the hell is M? Outside, sirens wailed, police and fire trucks responding to the explosion. Aunt Rose appeared in the doorway, eyes wide. What's happening? I heard... She saw Aisha and Leon together. Saw the gun Leon had holstered. Aisha. Her aunt's voice broke. What have you done? Episode 5 drops soon and everything explodes. If you followed this story this far, thank you so much for your support. And if you're yet to subscribe, smash that subscribe button right now and turn on your notification because this story ends at episode 5. Stay tuned. Love and light.